alongside me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. It's Barcelona, and they take on Arsenal.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
The presence of Lionel Messi in the starting 11 should be a warning to opposing defenders.
Well, he's the creative spark for this team. He can drift past defenders, he can pick a pass, and he's got that pace off the mark. And I'm sure we're going to see that again today.
And now they get the ball rolling. And the Barcelona shape looks like this. Xavi starts with Sergio Busquets in central midfield. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to cause problems for the opposition. The keeper was never likely to be in trouble then. And this is the Arsenal starting 11. Wojciech Szczęsny begins in goal. Jack Wilshere starts with Cesc Fabregas in central midfield. And so many different...
Oh, he could be in here, Derek.
Will he find the net? And a goal! And you've got to say, they definitely took a deflection off the defender.
Well, here's the replay, and there's an obvious deflection. Certainly enough to beat the keeper. He got a bit lucky there.
And back underway, 1-0 it is. Barcelona now in potentially a dangerous position. Cleverly played by Villa. Messi might be in here. And a goal! Another one! Two in quick succession. No wonder they're celebrating.
Well, here it is again. The through ball is absolutely imperfect. And what an emphatic strike it is from Lionel Messi. Hit with his laces. It's a great goal.
So 2-0 now. Van Persie. Van Persie. Superb block. Abidal. Sergio Busquets. On to Iniesta. Messi. Brilliant save. Clichy. Fabregas. Plenty of support here. Van Persie. Could reduce the deficit. And he does. There was hope for them, despite the adversity they suffered earlier.
Well, as you can see, he hits this with so much power, but just look at the follow-through. So athletic. That's a dynamic strike.
So back in action, and Arsenal just one behind now. Sergio Busquets. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Could be troublesome. Van Persie. Well, they're doing their best to get on level terms here.
Well, it's a decent effort, but they're still trailing. They need something special here.
Sergio Busquets. to roam for Barca on the wing. Teammate in support. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. Bentner. Nasri. Well, patient passing could be the key to bringing themselves level. Oh, fine stop. Taken short. And played in. This looks interesting. And getting in the way of that. Superb defensive play. Some real pressure here. Iniesta. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Now, can they take advantage? And here he is, Lionel Messi! Oh, my word! There's excellent timing for you. What a challenge!
Well, they certainly haven't been at their best today. But that save by Szczesny might just be the turning point.
Well, as spectacular as the save was, it can't be just about their stellar keeper. They know that. Just 1 minute of stoppage time, say the officials. Abidal. There we have it. That's going to be all for the... And the referee sounding the second half into action. It's Barcelona with the lead here. And on to Xavi. Thiago. Now with Xavi. Boyan. Could be dangerous. Failure to hold it there on Pedro's part. Van Persie. Arsenal move it forward with purpose and control. They'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Well, when we mention the name Lionel Messi, the superlatives generally roll off the tongue, and that's what's occurring here, Stuart.
Well, it's been an incredible performance from him. Clearly the difference between the two sides. Obviously the goals, but his movement too is causing the back all sorts of headaches. He'll no doubt be desperate to grab the head.
Disappointing cross and gobbled up by the keeper. Messi. And Messi in a good position. What can he and his teammates do? Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Fabregas. And it will be an Arsenal free kick. Well, they've decided to make a change. Thiago lost custody of it. Body in the way. Well, that's really sound goalkeeping, not letting the opposition have any scraps. Arsenal trailing, but they have a corner. What can they do with it? Delivering it. No trouble at all as far as the keeper is concerned. Into the final 20 minutes. Pedro. Arsenal regaining possession. Van Persie. a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, he couldn't quite get it on target, but at least they're making chances now.
That's what you call defending from the front. Possibilities here. And a goal! My goodness, they've changed the course of this game. Level now. We're inside the final quarter of an hour now. Xavi. And he has options available. Well, you saw what the intent was, but just overcooked. Fabregas. Bentner. Nasri. Trying to open up the defence. What a block! And giving the ball away. Oh, that's top-notch goalkeeping, you've got to say. Oh, really untidy loss of possession. Oh, that's a top save, and it's still level pegging.
Had that gone in, it really would have been difficult for them to recover. Well played, the keeper.
Can someone get on the end of this? Well, not the best clearance. Just can't get it past him. And the pass, a good one. Right into the box. Danger averted. Well, they might be able to launch a counter-attack. We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. Messi. He read the situation defensively and did his job. And that is the whistle for the end of the 90. So away they go again. The first period of extra time. And it's legitimate to ask to what extent mental strength will come into this. Looking forward to it. It's time to play it over. Trotted away. He continues his run. Great defending. Lionel Messi. And he's through here. And a goal! At this stage of the game, it might be decisive. And just look at their supporters.
Well, just look at the defending here. They just don't read the danger. It's a poor goal to concede.
You can't really say defences are on top. 3-2. Will get the advantage from the referee. Xavi. They might be on for them. Well, you have to put that one down as a chance to draw level.
Well, it certainly wasn't an easy chance, but one they needed to take.
And back to Maxwell. This is Pedro. And options in the centre. Comes to nothing in the end. Has eyes for goal. Well, it wasn't quite as dangerous as I thought it might be. That's it, half-time in extra time. The second period still to come. the second period of extra time. Who's going to prevail here? Well, I must say, no shortage of space for Barcelona. Really good strong tackle, and it'll be a throw-in. Xavi. Lionel Messi in the middle. Half-hearted clearance. Well, that's splendid play. That just had to keep it out of the net. Well, they'll be looking to add to their advantage from this corner. Can he deliver it with accuracy? Not all that convincing defensively. Could be threatening. Nicely timed tackle. Foiling his opponent completely. Well, you might call that a 50-50 decision. Mopping up defensively. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. This could be the equaliser. Late drama here. Level once more. Incredible scenes.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, and from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal. Well, Pep Guardiola can't believe it, and you can sense his annoyance. They need to start playing again here.
Thiago. Barcelona on the front foot in anticipation of scoring the winner. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. Van Persie. Here's Fabregas. They're all doing their bit to keep them out. It always had the potential to go the distance, and it has. And this will test the mentality of any footballer. Directly into the goalkeeper's arms. In it goes. He had to score, and he does. And he steps up to take his penalty. And that penalty attempt well below average. Job done from the spot. And he's beaten the keeper. And confidently converted. And up he comes, doing his best to remain focused. So lethal in front of goal. And he scores. So much on the line with regard to this penalty. Goalkeeper beaten from the spot. And it wasn't the greatest penalty. And it's been saved by the keeper. It all falls on his shoulders. If he scores, they win. A mountain of pressure on him, but he withstands the test, and they've gone and won it.
Well, cool, composed, and really good technique. A match-winning penalty, and properly deserved over the course of the game.
He's rarely quiet. He usually buzzes around everywhere, Lionel Messi. What did you make of what he actually did out there on the pitch?
Well, what a brilliant display that was. He was so clinical in front of goal. Unfortunately, the rest of the team couldn't match his quality, could they?